When you hear the word science, what pops into your head? Probably labs, right? White coats, complicated formulas. But what if I told you that the most amazing science lessons aren't happening there? They're actually happening right in your own kitchen. And today, we're going to unlock that hidden science.
Yep, you heard that right. Your kitchen is the lab, and you're the head scientist. Thinking this way pulls science out of those intimidating textbooks and puts it right into your hands. You don't need any fancy equipment, just a little bit of curiosity to share with your child.
So, how do we do this? Well, the tool we're going to use is something called the See, Do, Explain method. I know, it might sound a bit formal, but it's actually a super simple framework for turning everyday chores into an amazing masterclass in biology and chemistry. Think of it this way. We're literally taking science from the page and putting it right on the chula, on the stove. We're building a bridge for our kids, connecting those abstract ideas from school to the actual food on their plate and the world they see every single day. Okay, so where do we begin? It all starts with the most basic, most fundamental skill in all of science: observation. Seriously, this first step is just about sparking that curiosity by learning to notice the little bits of wonder that are already all around us. So let's break it down. First up is see. The whole idea here is to invite your child to become a little detective with you. So instead of just doing your chores in silence, you start pointing things out. And it can start with a really simple but powerful question. You're not testing them, right? You're just planting a little seed of wonder. And all of a sudden, the boring task of setting curd becomes this fascinating little mystery that you get to solve together. And once you start looking, you'll see these huge scientific concepts are just hiding in plain sight. Fermentation? That's not some complicated diagram. It's just the dough club batter getting all fluffy overnight. States of matter? That's the steam escaping from your teapot. And oxidation? Well, that's just the rust you see on an old tool in the yard. See? By just encouraging your child to see these changes, you're teaching them to ask the most important question in all of science. Why is this happening? You're basically waking up their inner scientist. Okay, so they've seen the wonder. Now comes, honestly, the best part: getting their hands dirty. This is where we move from just looking to actually participating. All right, step 2, do. We've seen it, and now it's time to do it. This is all about learning through that direct, hands-on experience. This means you let your child be the scientist. Let them be the one to add the starter to the milk. Let them stir the salt into water and watch it just disappear. You see, when they do the thing themselves, they're not just learning about a reaction anymore, they are causing it. And that's a huge difference. And you know, this is about so much more than just science facts. It's about something we sometimes call character. It's about building character. When a child actually does the science, they take real ownership of that knowledge. It becomes their discovery in a way that just reading about it in a book never could. So we've seen the wonder, we've done the experiment, and now it's time for the final, really crucial step: connecting all the dots. This is where we uncover the Vigyan, the real science behind the magic. And here's that final step that completes the loop: explain. Now, you just encourage your child to explain what they saw and what they did, but in their own words. This is the part that makes the learning really, truly stick. So you just ask them, hey, what do you think happened? And if they say something like, tiny friends in the curd turned all the milk solid, that's brilliant. That's their first hypothesis. And from there, you can gently build a bridge from their beautiful logic to the scientific word, like bacteria. You're not correcting them, you're just upgrading their vocabulary. So why does this matter so much? Well, this final step builds critical thinking. It creates this amazing connection between our traditional kitchen wisdom and modern science. And most importantly, it proves to them that the science in their textbook isn't some abstract theory. It's the very same science that puts delicious food on their plate. So the big takeaway here is really a powerful shift in perspective. You're not just a parent, you are your child's first and most important science teacher. And your home? It isn't just a house, it's this dynamic, exciting classroom. And that is the whole cycle of discovery. You start by seeing the wonder in the everyday. You get hands-on and do the experiment. Then you connect the dots and explain the why. It's a powerful loop that you can literally start today. And please remember this, you absolutely do not need a degree in chemistry or biology to do this. All you need is to be present and to just involve your child in the small, kind of magical moments of your daily life. So I want you to try this today. Pick one thing in your house, a rusting gate, rising dough, a boiling pot of water, and walk your child through seeing, doing, and explaining. I'm really curious, what piece of science will you two discover together?